All right, welcome back. So, our next talk is by Joanna Garcia. Joanna is a product coordinator at eyeo. She works extensively with the filter list community and sort of has a front row seat to it. Very few people in the world have looked at the filter list community and the filter list aspect of ad blocking from as close quarters as her. And I'm really excited to have her and to get her thoughts regarding the unsung heroes of ad blocking, which is the filter list community. So over to you, Joanna.
Thank you, Shvetang, and hi everyone. I'm streaming here from Germany. My name is Joanna, and I want to dedicate the next 15 minutes to acknowledge the work of the filter list authors. So, why do I want to talk about filter list authors? So, as Shvetang mentioned, I started working at eyeo in 2017 as a filters developer for the filters team. And then I joined the anti-circumvention team. But in the past months, I've came back to the filters team as a product coordinator, and I've been more involved with the work of filter list authors, and I've also been in more contact with them. So it is just obvious that I just want others to realize their importance for ad blocking. So most of us here today, I assume, know how an ad blocker works. You install the software, you personalize your browsing experience by enabling the filter lists, and these lists are created by a community. But today, I want us to focus more on the persona behind the creation of filters. But since I am not a filter list author, I asked the help from those who actually know best what they do and how do they see themselves. So I asked them a few questions during the past weeks, and their answers will be showing up in the slides. But at the same time, I will be having a special guest. He goes by the name of Fanboy, who's a long-term ad blocking contributor and easy list author. So, Fanboy, are you there?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Hey, so did you get some sleep?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning and no sleep so far.
Yeah, but you will do that afterwards, or you will just watch the summit straight away.
I'll prod through this. It's fine.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I know it's quite late slash early. So my first question to you is, how did you get involved with ad blocking?
So my name is Ryan, and I go by the alias Fanboy in the community. I started this journey a while ago, around 16 years ago, when the current Adblock list at the time, filter set G, was the current list being used. I decided to fork the list, filter set G, due to issues by the current developer at the time, and it started from there. I did initially test various hosts and hosting files, and I even trialed out Squid and IP tables to counteract ads back in the day, which, I felt a little bit limiting, but I feel that extensions were the way of the future at the time, and were way more flexible and more featureful for the end user. We went from there, from a small group of people fixing issues, to now being supported by many adblock extensions and browsers that have built-in ad blocking, which is really showing the importance of ad blocking and privacy.
Thank you. So Ryan, I know that most of the day of a filter list author is juggling between, this time I said it right, juggling, not jiggling, between GitHub pull requests, checking user reports, or if you're just like Danley and Sprout working on one of your 137 filter lists, but can you tell us a bit more? How is your day?
Sure. I work for Brave, and my day starts from checking any issues or reports with any web compat related to ads and trackers, using Slack, GitHub, forums, anything that we monitor, Reddit, Twitter, anything that breaks or interferes with the web browsing experience due to blocking ads or trackers. I'll attempt to fix and debug and push out to the various repos. So regardless of the repo, who owns it, I believe it should help the whole community, that if I discover a bug, it should be pushed out to everybody and ensure that the community is taken care of. So yeah, we just basically monitor the various forums and GitHub repos to ensure that EasyList and Easy Privacy are blocking the appropriate domains and strings without causing too much issues.
Thank you. I got also some answers about the most common complaints from different regions, and it goes from pop-ups, YouTube ads, Twitch ads, and also some recurrent challenges that filter list authors have been facing. What has been can you relate to actually some of the challenges that filter list authors also mentioned?
Sure. There have been many sites using different techniques to serve ads. Some can easily be countered, while others aren't. This has recently shown when YouTube developed a new method of serving their new video ads, which was eventually circumvented. But other sites are still having issues where they use server-side ad insertions to insert video pre-rolls or mid-rolls, and are probably the most invasive ads on the web at the moment. And there's no easy way to counter that at the moment. That's probably the next big challenge of trying to fix ads that are inserted before the user gets them.
All right, now let's go more to a personal level. So what do you actually tell your family and friends about your work as a filter list author?
A few of my close friends are aware of what I do, but I didn't actually tell my family what I did in my spare time for the last 16 years. So it was a complete surprise to them that I told them I was going to do this Adblock web compat full-time for Brave. So it was a surprise to them. Trying to explain to family members what you do is always going to be a struggle if they're not up with technology and such. So I'm pretty sure they still don't know what I do, but they're happy for me, eh?
Yeah, I guess the filter list authors can relate to that. At least that was most of the answers we got. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, they don't really know. They don't understand. Some other technical people yeah, I block ads for you. Yay, great. But yeah, I guess some filter list authors can really relate to that. But going on to the good stuff, best experience over these years.
The merging of EasyList and Fanboys List marked a big milestone and unified the community. Was one of the major impacts that helped out. Also watching the community grow over time, and in the beginning being a sole list contributor from when it first started to, and watching the community grow over time, and now connecting with many people and companies to improve the list and improve the ad blocking tools we use, and make sure the rules work and help out in general. So it's become more of a community-oriented list now.
So now talking a bit about ad blockers in general, what are the features missing in the most known extensions, in your opinion?
A couple. I think if we implemented a site block on a domain within a week or two, the domain address will change to avoid being blocked again. So having the ability to cover wildcards in domains would help improve compatibility with other extensions and avoid consistent or constant filter adjustments. So it helps, avoid us constantly pushing out changes to a list because they just moved to a different URL or slightly changed the country login. The other wish list, I guess, is the ability to allow JavaScript snippets into easy list and easy privacy, and that would help counter a lot of the ads and trackers. That would, some can't be covered by network blocking, whereas some can be blocked via targeting the snippet directly, and that would certainly help alleviate some of the issues that we've seen.
So I hope all the ad blockers out there that are listening to us, they took notes. And going more on a user perspective, so filter list authors, they actually get around of more than 1,000 issue reports a day. There are more than 1,500 filter lists. And over this time, this has translated into more than 350K comments and more than 7,000 PRs. So of course, there has been like a lot of exchange and issues. And it's only obvious that our filter list authors have some messages for our users. Do you have any message, Ryan?
Sure. The amount of submissions and requests is large, but to the community, just keep submitting bug reports and pull requests. I mean, as with any project, there's always going to be outstanding requests needing to be reviewed. As a group, we're proactively trying to bring the amount of GitHub and forum reports down. It's always a work. You always have to check every report to make sure that it's a legitimate request and nothing shady, or it's not going to cause something else, or blocking something that's been previously blocked that was deemed not a good idea to block. So it's always, you have to take a cautious approach. So sometimes, it takes a while to go through them. But yeah, I understand that, there's still a few that's still outstanding that we'll still have to go through. But keep submitting reports. It can only improve, eh?
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
And with all of that, do you still feel your work is actually appreciated?
Even when ad or tracking companies don't appreciate what you do, just making sure that the end user has the best web browsing experience is appreciation now, and knowing that that we're blocking a content that's disrupting their web experience, basically. So yeah, I think it's just, I'm happy that people are using the list, enjoying it, and making sure it works for them.
So you don't need a thank you. You just know, like, if people are not complaining, then that's appreciation enough.
Exactly.
So about the future of ad blocking, what are your comments or opinions?
Adblock lists, extensions, and policies will keep improving over time, trying to make sure that people have the best web experience without the need to blame their extension or their browser or their list for any site breakages is important. But it comes down to making ad blocking as transparent as possible, so you don't notice that you have an ad block. It just, this is the way the web should be, basically. The importance of and popularity of ad blocking extensions and lists, I do hope that Manifest 3 is further revised to be more adblock friendly. Having artificial lists or extension limitations won't help the community, and I guess we just want to make sure that nothing is left behind, and we still have the same functionality we have at the moment. That's my main worry about what's going to happen in the near future.
Well, I'm sure we could keep talking for a long time, and you know that too. But yeah, we're just running out of time, and I really, really, really want to thank you, Ryan, for giving your time to be here today, and also the other hours that we've been working on this. I know it's late, early in your time zone, and yeah, also for the countless hours invested with the ad blocking community, easy list, and so on. And I also want to extend my thanks also to the other filter list authors who were available to answer our questions. And yeah, basically that everyone that's continue making out blocking what it is today. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you for everyone. And yeah, just hope you enjoy the rest of the summit.
Yes, that was awesome. We don't really have any questions, but speaking of thanks, Dan just posted, I think probably everyone agrees over here. What he said was, no question, just thanks for always trying to get it right, both true and false positives in all the late nights. I think that's the best way to end this talk. Just huge thanks to the filter list community. A lot of the work that goes on over here is sometimes invisible, but it's so important. And yeah, thanks, Joanna, for really coordinating this and to make sure that we shed the light on the important work of filter list authors in the best way possible. Our next talk would be in about 13 minutes. So we'll have a short break. In the meantime, also take a look at the Slack channel, and feel free to introduce yourself over there, have a quick break, and we'll come back and in about 13 minutes for our next talk. So see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.